What's up? It's us again.
It's been a little while since we've done Helmets and Headbands. Honestly, the last few times we've done our shows, it's just taken so long, or things have come up.
Setups gotten a little bit.
Yeah. So we're just a little behind on getting to Helmets and Headbands. We're going about this show differently now. We are going to just we're not going to have segments. We're not going to do anything like that.
No sort of structure whatsoever.
Nope. We're just going to talk about sports, and we are going to encourage live listeners to talk with us.
Questions.
Yep. Send the
comments.
Chat.
Say
There's
anything. We'll talk about it.
It's Jared, myself, and Log.
Log, say something in the chat.
What's up in the
Log's
chat?
behind the ones and twos there for us.
Yep. He's running everything PC-wise, so he'll be letting us know what's happening in the chat. So if you have something you want to talk about or want to hear what our opinions are on what you're thinking, go ahead and let us know. What we're going to kick it off with is obviously the big game tonight. We got the College National Championship game. Shout out to the Notre Dame women's side who beat – dang, who did they play? I'm spacing.
Mississippi State? Yeah.
Yep.
Mississippi State.
Yes.
Mississippi State on a buzzer beater.
That shot was incredible.
I didn't see it, but I got it explained to me, and I've heard it was nuts.
I watched the highlight. And
Pull it up on Bleacher Report right there. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I
watch
don't
this
even
live.
know what to type in.
Type in. Yeah. You can pull it up.
Women's college basketball. I don't have a tab for women's college basketball on my.
But if you just go to here, I bet I can get it.
No, I was looking to see if it was in the feed here, but it's not. But who cares?
Right here. 55 seconds.
So Notre Dame won then?
Notre Dame won.
Did I miss it? What happened to UConn? Aren't they always?
UConn.
Haven't they won like
Notre
109,000 straight games?
Notre Dame beat them. Yep. To move in to get to the national championship, and then Notre Dame ended up taking home the victory there.
So
the final
I'm
four
pulling up
against
the
UConn.
shot right now.
So she hit a game winner against UConn right then.
Yep. Game winner against UConn. Same girl.
Say that last name.
I can't. Stu Gotts on ESPN was calling him.
Where Liv's
Big
got
O.
it right here for us. She wears.
So this is it.
Oh wow! No way!
Boom!
Yeah.
It was like a
What?
floater.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude!
Man.
Congrats to Notre Dame, man.
Yeah,
That's
for the national
wild.
championship.
That's the best feeling. Not that I've
Two
ever
buzzer
had it,
beaters
but
in a row.
That one was a freaking rainbow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, tonight we got Michigan and Villanova.
And honestly, I was a really big fan of that Fab Five documentary. So I would
It's
really,
cool, Doc.
I would really like to see Michigan get the win here. All the ESPN radio I was listening to today seems to think that they just don't have what it takes to take down Villanova.
I just think Nova was, granted, I'm not going to speak like I'm like the greatest college basketball knowledge ever, but one thing that I know about Villanova is like they expected to be in this championship game like at the beginning of the season. This was their, not to say that Michigan's wasn't, but it wasn't as much of a reality as I feel like Villanova. Like that their system was built that way. They have NBA players on their team, and like Michigan was playing in the Big Ten and they played good within their, conference and stuff. But I don't think they thought, or the majority of people thought that they. What are you doing with your mic?
Just trying something.
Messing with it. I saw something. It said Michigan's like the first team to make the championship without playing like a top 3 or top 5 seed or something.
Oh, on the way there?
Yeah, they've just played a bunch of
that would make
low-level
sense.
seeds.
But I like that the freaking Wagner, whoever, I don't even know how to say his name, this big German kid, he's good. Yeah, he's good. I definitely, I watched I was bummed because obviously from our area I wanted Loyola Chicago to win, but he was a good player. I like watching him, but I just think Nova's going to come in and kind of just.
So you're saying Villanova?
What time does the game start?
Yeah, I think it's 8 Central.
8:20.
Oh, is it
on
really?
TBS.
I always knew that the college basketball college championship games are always late.
Yeah.
Like I remember the time we watched when Clemson won. It was like 11:15, and we were
real.
still.
Yeah.
It was still like on.
Well, it was after midnight, wasn't
Was it? Yeah, I knew it was late.
I remember
I knew
it
it
had
was
like
late.
crossed over to the next day. Yeah.
So who
Go
do you
Clemson.
got for tonight?
I
think
mean,
Nova's
Villanova.
gonna do it.
Just
Yeah.
I don't want
I just
Michigan
think
to
they're the
win
most
just
ready,
because
and they're the
they
most-
beat.
yeah.
Loyola.
We got 2 for Villanova, 1
You
for Michigan.
want Michigan to win, but do you think they're gonna win?
I honestly don't know enough about college basketball
No,
to say
I respect that
anything
because
on
neither do I,
either.
and I'm still talking out of my ass. Because
I
didn't.
think they'll pull off the upset.
You do? I mean,
Yeah.
they won the Big Ten tournament, and
Yeah.
then they come in and they had an easier route. Obviously, like what Log said, they had an easier
Yeah.
route than I think Nova did because Nova beat one of the best teams in the country in Kansas.
Yeah.
You know,
2
so
number
I think,
ones battled it out in
and
the Final Four.
I heard people talk about. I think it was honestly Stephen A. where he said like, "That's the real national championship game."
Yeah. Yep, I heard that
You've
too.
got to be kidding me, or whatever the hell. I don't even know. That's a horrible
Stephen A.
impersonation.
impression.
Yeah, it was like
yeah,
half.
it did kind of
It was
sound
half
like Dick
Dickie V,
Vitale.
half Stephen A. Smith. But yeah, that's as far as I know about college basketball. I know
same
I
here.
do. One thing I will say about college championships games, they're always most of the time they're usually come down to the wire.
Yep.
They're super entertaining. The guys are playing their freaking asses off. The coaches are, extremely vocal and into it, and the crowd's into it. So I always like college championship games. They're always crazy, and it's always winner takes all instead of like
Yeah.
in the NBA where it's it's a 7-game series. So I always think it's fun to watch them. But
Speaking of NBA, I mean, playoffs are right around the corner.
yeah, nice. I was trying to look for just like the conferences.
what
so
do
we
you
could kinda
think
just
of
bullshit about what's going on.
Toronto being the number 1 seed?
I think Dwayne Casey's done an amazing job this year. I just listened to Kevin Durant on Bill Simmons' podcast, and he talked about. I thought it was really interesting that because during the All-Star game, it was the Raptors staff was one of the coaching staffs, and that was the one that KD was on. And he was one thing. He's like there was the most pleasant surprise. Like he's like they were so professional. He goes they were one of the best coaching staffs I've ever been around. And that was just at an All-Star game. So I think,
Really?
man, I think Toronto's just one of those teams where they're always up there. They always have good records, good regular season. I mean, DeMar DeRozan's in, MVP discussions sort of on the fringe. He's not the most popular player in the NBA. He's
But
up in Toronto.
He's a good player, though. He's just in a smaller market. And,
Yeah.
I mean, I think with the way Houston's been playing, though, I think
It's just
people are either going to...
Just the West overshadows
I would love
everything.
for LeBron to get a 5th MVP.
Yeah.
The way
You
he's been
think
playing this year, he
it's hard
deserves it.
all the way, though.
It's Harden. Yeah, the way with them being 62 and 15,
It's Harden all the way.
Harden's going to end
He's
up
pretty
winning
much
it.
going to waltz to it. Like, that's kind of the narrative now is like that he's going to win it. There's really, I mean,
Yeah.
LeBron's there, but there's really nobody else, especially with the Warriors, all the Warriors guys being injured and all that shit,
Speaking of that, can we talk about the Vince Carter, what was his name? Pat McCall incident?
Yeah.
Thing or whatever. I'm interested to
told-
see what.
It was.
Do you guys think it was intentional, dirty, whatever?
I think the replay that I saw, it looked just like a basic basketball play to me. Like he was kind of trying to get in. I think it was, what was he trying to box him out or what? I don't remember exactly off the top of my head what.
McCall was like going up for a layup, and Vince was kind of under him, and he just kind of clipped his legs. And
Oh, I think it was just.
I didn't see him extend his arm. He kind of tried to tuck it behind his back. Like he definitely didn't try to hurt him as bad as what happened, but I think he tried to make contact.
Yeah,
but he
which is-
wasn't trying to like take him out or anything.
I mean, I don't know what they expect guys to do in bang bang plays like that. Just like
and you see his reaction afterwards with like how
he was like, oh
distraught he
shit,
was and
like
everything,
he
and
didn't
so-
feel
No,
like
you don't think
yeah,
so.
get some. It's like no, nobody really wants to injure people. I feel like
Yeah, that's
Unless
never
you're-
the
There's
goal.
probably some people.
there are
yeah.
some for
Yeah.
sure, but I feel like most
The
of
majority
professional
of-
athletes
yeah.
are not in it to injure the opposing.
because they know
team.
that shit'll come back around.
Oh yeah. What were you saying about UFC earlier?
So yesterday there was some breaking news on April Fools, which was kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
It was. I was telling Damon about it. Like, it was funny. Like,
So was it a joke?
no, it wasn't. But
It was
at
just
first,
weird
like, no
timing.
one really knew. But basically, what
that's
happened?
hilarious.
There was supposed to be a title fight this weekend: Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Tony Ferguson for the lightweight championship.
People are pumped
The
about
belt
this fight.
that
Yeah.
Conor McGregor had,
Yeah.
he won, but they took it from him because he hasn't
because he
fought
because
in
he hasn't
so long.
freaking fought.
So
yeah.
it's for basically his belt. This is the fourth time
Ooh,
they
it's
have
for me belt.
scheduled this fight between these two guys.
Oh my gosh!
And
what keeps happening? Why
Just
do they
the other
keep-
day,
Or
he like blew his
Khabib
knee
missed
out.
weight, and then
Yeah, a bunch of stuff has happened, and then Tony Ferguson got hurt, and so then yesterday they just announced that Max Holloway, the 145-pound champion, which is Conor McGregor's old division that he was in before he moved up,
Really?
and was the last person to beat that Max Holloway guy, is now going to move up on 6 days' notice to fight an undefeated Khabib Nurmagomedov
What?
Dude.
for the 155-pound belt.
like, and I realize fighters are warriors, but
That's
like
wild.
coming in on that little arrest to fight a freaking Russian like.
If you knew who
beast,
this
dude.
guy was that he was fighting, I mean, he's undefeated. He's
God.
24 and
He's one of the
0, I think,
scariest
or whatever.
guys.
That
And
is wild.
he's just insane. Ground and pound, takes you down. Just he doesn't like knock you out. He literally
Well-
just takes you down to the ground and beats you up.
So it was obviously
man.
Holloway was in fight shape.
well,
you know what I mean?
supposedly
Like-
reports are he's got a big weight cut ahead of him. I mean, he was supposed to
man.
fight. He was supposed to fight in March against Frankie, and
Oh,
he got
shit.
hurt. He
Okay.
had the bad ankle injury, so that's another
So-
thing he's got going for him.
Heyo.
He's coming back from an ankle injury.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Fighting a guy that's like a ground brawler who can just ragdoll you is like kind of scary on
Scary.
that short of a notice, man.
Yeah.
But and then
But
yeah,
it's still going to be an awesome, great
I feel
fight.
like you need a little additional prep time.
but
for somebody
Holloway's
like
a
that.
crazy person, dude. He's gonna go in there and just
Aren't all UFC fighters kind of crazy?
in their own
Yeah,
way.
for
I
the
guess you
most
could
part.
define that.
I mean,
Yeah.
Nate Diaz, he beat Conor McGregor
Yeah.
on, I think it was like 13 days
Yeah,
notice or
true.
like 10 days or something. He was on like
Oh,
a
man.
boat somewhere when Dana called him for the fight. He was like partying.
Yeah, he was
And so
partying.
it's
He was partying in like
hilarious.
Mexico, like drinking tequila, and then comes in and
Oh,
essentially
Anything
wins the
can
biggest
happen
fight
in
of his
fighting.
life. Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, one other thing I wanted to talk about here is just because I love the Masters and I love
Oh yeah.
Tiger, and the fact
He's
that
kind of back.
I think
Ish.
and the whole Tiger Woods is back is a narrative that I think media, like sports media, they just eat that shit up, dude. Everybody wants to see the Tiger who was the best, fighting to be the best golfer of all time,
Yeah.
then is the lowest of possible lows with the scandal that came out and all
the
that
DUI
stuff. And now
the
all the
prescription
injuries
pills
and all the trials that he's had to go through.
Yep.
And now he's back on the tour and he's actually coming
He's
into
competing.
he's coming into the Masters playing the best golf he has in,
Years.
2 or 3 years. So to see the Masters when Tiger's in it, just in general, just gets so much traffic and is so
Yeah.
much more fun to watch.
Golf honestly needs Tiger to be doing at least
Yeah.
competing, finishing top 10 or something. He needs to be somewhat in the hunt.
Because you're telling me if Tiger, so on Sunday, the last day, he's made the cut all these time,
Yep.
and he's 2 or 3 shots out of the lead, and he's
No,
on the
it's
back
not.
9. You're telling me right now that Twitter's going to explode. Social media will
Oh,
explode.
God.
Everybody is
Yeah.
going to come together and watch those last 9 holes. Because
Oh,
if
for
Tiger
sure.
would do that and come, like I said, coming from all the bullshit that he went through with all his scandals, and then
Yeah.
comes out of that and wins the first Masters of
Since
in such a long
2008.
time, dude. I
think it'd be his first major
it would be
since
absolutely
2008.
amazing. I am rooting so heavily for Tiger.
Oh yeah, I hope it goes good.
I'm a huge fan of Tiger. I love watching him play golf.
Snelling thinks he'll finish top 5.
I hope so. And
Yeah.
what the weird thing is
Same
that
here.
how the odds came out that he's like the favorite,
Yeah.
which I saw a report earlier this morning that said a lot of the top golfers were kind of like pissed off, not pissed off, but they're like, this is the first, what has he done to earn the highest? I mean, are they just going on past?
Yeah.
Like,
they for sure are going on.
But if you're going with your head, you're going with guys that have been more consistent this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to come with a guy like Tiger who's played better, you know what I mean? He hasn't been one of the best in the field lately, but maybe they just think that Tiger magic at Augusta.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm going to be watching. I love the Masters. I love the Masters.
What do you think about all the stuff that's happening in San Antonio with Kawhi?
Oh, man. It's weird. Because
it's really
I know
weird.
It's super weird because like we've talked about on like a month ago when things weren't even as Kawhi was still supposed to come back. He was still supposed to come back, and now he's not playing, and apparently he's healthy enough to play. He just doesn't want to play, or
doesn't trade him.
He just doesn't trust. I don't think he necessarily trusts the staff, the training staff, or
Nick Duran says Ricky Fowler all the way.
Oh, I like Ricky's game. I like watching Ricky. He's that new school, new style, flashy orange, bright orange shit.
Yeah,
but he plays well.
But
he backs it up too. Like he's a top-notch golfer as well.
He really is. I feel like people don't really give Ricky Fowler that much respect.
I think
they do,
in
but
golf circles they know he's good because I think
they know he's good.
He won the Players
Cup?
I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but he's won majors. So like he's been in, and he's always been in runnings.
Kawhi's going to be there for the playoffs. It just seems like the whole team sat with him and they had a team meeting saying how much they wanted him back, and he still was like, nope.
I don't know, man. It's so hard to get into the mind of a professional athlete, especially one like we saw him for those whatever. I think he played like 9 or 10 games there, and apparently he just didn't feel like himself, and I think he just lost trust in the medical staff there, and he doesn't want to jeopardize his career, his end career for just a nagging injury that he doesn't feel confident is 100%. But if you see
kind of like what's going on with Andrew Luck, like why hasn't he come back yet?
Why?
What is going on? Are you really still hurt?
And it was supposed to be, wasn't it supposed to be like, oh, he's not going to play in preseason, and then it's like, oh, he might play week 2, and then it's like, maybe
I
week
drafted
6,
him in
and
fantasy. He'll be coming back.
But they kept pushing it.
Yep.
They kept pushing it back and back and back, and it's like, you're a professional sports organization. How can you just not get that shit right? Like, they're star players. You have all these resources going into all millions and hundreds of millions of dollars at your disposal, and you're still screwing up. It's just like, it's human error, So
it really
even
is.
at the top of the top, people still screw up.
Yeah.
And
that's a fact.
Do we have any more NFL stuff? I know the Bears, obviously NFL free agent was a while ago, but
yeah.
For us, the Bears made some pretty nice moves. I mean,
the Bears made some solid moves, I think.
Malcolm Butler came out and said that the Bears offered him a contract, but he ended up going with the Titans instead. But the Bears had offered him one too.
Oh, I just did see they offered Butler a 3-year deal. I don't want to lose. We didn't lose Fuller then. No, good.
Yeah, they matched the offer for that.
I just thought there was a few games in there where Fuller he was like our best defender. Like he was you couldn't throw in his vicinity. He was just beasting everyone. Yeah. What else was free? What was the big free agent one? Like Kirk Cousins. I mean,
Sue signing with the Rams.
The Rams in general just going ham too.
Oh yeah.
And supposedly they have some interest in Odell Beckham.
Yep, I did see that.
The 49ers have the most interest in that, so that'd be interesting. Something to see.
I think the Niners and the Rams are the most like intriguing. I feel like teams in this offseason where people are on the hype train of Jimmy G. People are on the hype train of
because they were teams a few years ago that were laughing stocks, and now
2 years ago the Rams and the 49ers were at the bottom of their division.
It shows how quick that shit can flip.
And 2 years before that, the 49ers were like in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's so weird how it just turns over.
And then the Browns have been bad forever.
Hey, but the Browns are working on it too, man.
Yeah, they are.
Those first 2 picks in the first 4, in the first 4 picks is in the draft is just.
So you think
that's crazy?
You think Johnny Manziel is going to end up getting picked up?
I don't know.
12 teams went to his little.
I could see a team signing him just for training camp. And,
yeah.
You know,
see, because what's going to hurt?
Maybe having a practice squad.
Because obviously the skill was there at one point. I mean, he won the freaking Heisman. He was amazing that year in college. So, like, obviously there's some athleticism there, and he's not just a scrub that just burst onto the scene and was all right. Like, he was a freaking phenomenal college quarterback. But
for real.
Obviously it didn't translate, and his mind was not in the right place. He was partying, doing cocaine in bathrooms and shit.
Yeah, he was. He was getting down.
Wearing wigs so he could go out and party and no one could tell it was him.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Some weird shit, but from what I've seen lately, like he's on the comeback, and his mind's clear. He's ready to go.
He said that if no one signs him in the NFL, then he's gonna go play in Canada. We'll just go play
for him, dude. He just wants to
dude.
play.
So yeah, he's gonna be playing, and like people forget, like it doesn't get talked about. There's the spring league that's gonna be after.
That's gonna be happening.
I think it's after the draft.
Isn't it after the Super Bowl? It's like gonna start up in like March or something like that next year.
Well, March is over now.
March of next year.
Is it next year?
I don't know.
I think because it's the year before the XFL, because they kind of.
Well, there's the XFL, and then there's another league that got announced. I can't remember.
XFL is 2020, and this one's the year
like
before.
Jared Allen and some players like behind it, like as investors.
That's
but
interesting.
the spring league is like associated with the NFL, I think.
What is it? It's like a tier above college, but a tier below the NFL, like a farm system or something.
They're trying to turn it into that, I think.
Well, who knows? I don't know what else we got here. I'm just kind of scrolling.
I was gonna say I'm all wrapped up.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody saw the.
I mean, opening day of baseball, Cubs with that first pitch home run.
Oh, that was fun. That was fun. I heard it on the radio. It was actually kind of badass. But yeah, and then we lost to the Marlins twice. But oh well. Baseball's such a goddamn long season, dude.
Yeah.
But I wanted one thing that kind of blew up. Not necessarily blew up, but I had multiple people sending me it because they know I like soccer. Zlatan Ibrahimovic's first goal in the MLS. Did you? I didn't say anything.
What
the hell? I guess Alexa or whoever thought we would like to listen to some Britney Spears, so
that's
I just completely. Oh, I said Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and they played Britney Spears. But no, his first goal in the MLS as a part of the LA Galaxy, they were down 3-0 to LAFC, which is the second franchise in LA, and he hit one of the most pretty volleys I've seen in a really long time. It just bounced. He comes in and basically just sideswipes it, and he chipped the goalie from, I think it was 40 yards out.
Jesus.
And then scored the game winner with another like chip header in the corner. And it's like, I love seeing shit like this because I've been a fan of just soccer as a whole.
Oh yeah.
And I love to see it because I mean obviously the leagues that get the most attention are the English Premier League and La Liga and stuff like that. But I think with Zlatan coming, or Zlatan, or however you want to say it, I think when they come,
we should try to go to a Fire game.
I know. I was talking to Kid and Darius about that. You can get like $30 tickets. I was looking at the LA Galaxy one too because I wanted to see Ibrahimovic. Yes,
that's
banger,
crazy,
banger off the
and
volley,
then he takes the shirt.
off the volley, like so dirty. I've watched it like 20 times. I'm telling you, if a player of his caliber who was dominant in the English Premier League, now he's playing in the MLS, I hope that gives other guys incentives to come down and then like make the MLS, because that's the only thing the MLS is lacking is star power. So I'd love to see. Like, come on with that volley, dude. Are you kidding me? You know how hard it is to hit a ball like that? But yeah, so shout out to Ibrahimovic. I'm looking forward to seeing more of him on the Galaxy. But that's all I got.
Yeah.
That's all I care about at the moment.
We can wrap it up here with Helmets and Headbands.
Wrap
Hope
it
you
and
guys
slap it.
like the new season 2. I wrote it down as on the YouTube. Just as we're taking a new approach at it, and this is the way it's going to be.
Yeah, and hopefully, if you guys, like you said at the beginning of the show, if you guys are in the live stream and want to just say anything, we'll just so we can comment on some shit or whatever. It's just kind of
For sure.
It's just kind of for us to get a platform to just talk sports.
Yeah, we know there's a lot of sports outlets out there, and people already have their people that they listen to. But this is honestly just more for us to talk
just to
sports,
talk.
just to get it out there.
Just to get it out and what we want to talk about. So
thank you guys for watching. We got Log On coming up next. So tune in for their, what is it? Playthrough?
Yeah, we're going to do a little playthrough. So
Awesome.
Catch
Thank you.
Catch you
Catch you on the next episode of Helmets and Headbands.
Deuces.